Hello everyone, it's Jean from the Inky Studio. I am so happy you could make it over today. I have, as promised, a freebie on my coffee shop, and I'll list that link down below. Now, I have been working in an Edith Holden nature journal, which is a huge project. It's really turned out to be pretty big, but I'm enjoying it. And the free digital is something I created to kind of go inside my journal. And it is a collection of botanical prints in an octagon shape, and there's 9 of them. I really thought the vintage botanicals went really well with the Edith Holden. And I'm going to show you or give you a tutorial on 3 different ways that I'm going to be using this digital. The first project, after I cut them all out, let me see if I can reach over here, and I think I'm going to be putting them on this page. Well, maybe not. Maybe this page. Actually, let me put them on this page because here they are. I knew that was in here somewhere. So I have just a blank page that I'm going to be putting this project on. Now, most of the prints, I'll have to say, when I made them, I orientated them kind of like point to point. But they can be slightly adjusted to have a flat rather than a point and still look fine. And that's kind of what I've done here, because I don't want the point, I want the flat one. And the only reason I wanted the flat one was because they fit here better than, because if I went point to point, they were just a little too long for my project. So that's the only reason why I am choosing one of the straight sides to put up rather than a point. But you can do this project however you want. Now, I did not reduce or enlarge this print. It's as it is, but you could reduce this, reduce any of these to the size you want. But anyways, I've got these here. There we go. Make sure they're all pointed out. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a hole in both the top and the bottom. And I'm eyeing it up here on both ends, both the top and the bottom. All right, so once I have these 3 holes done, I'm going to take my ribbon. Now, as I said, your hole has to be big enough to, you know, put your ribbon in, but not so large that your little shapes will slide off. So if you're using a string, you might want to use the smallest little hole punch you can use, but it's not a deal breaker. You still can put a knot at the end. So let's just go ahead and string these on like so. And I'm stringing them so that the ribbon is behind the shape, or behind the medallion here and not in front of it. And we'll just string them on here like so. What I kind of liked about this was that once you put it in your journal, you can flip it over and, you know, put something on the other side if you wanted to. You could, oh, see, I made a mistake here, didn't I? Oh dear, you probably saw that and said, "Crazy lady, what are you doing?" Yeah, I still have this cold, and I'm taking some medication, and I think it just makes me a little loopy. Maybe a little bit. So how have you all been? Have any of you been getting this year's cold and flu and sickness? Some people have gotten it really, really bad. But I did have my flu shot, which doesn't always help, but maybe it helped me this year. You know, I like to think it did. All right, and now I'm going to make sure that my medallions are fitting on the page. That looks about right. That looks pretty good. Now, if you see my point, if you have too big of a hole and you use a string, you know, these could slip off easily. But you just have to put a knot then at the very bottom if that's what you're going to do. But because this ribbon is you know, fairly thick, and I believe it's got it at the Dollar Tree. It is 5/8 of an inch wide. Because it is, then they don't slip around or anything like that. So I'm going to cut this off, and I'm going to allow pretty good section, probably good 4 or 5 inches there. I'm going to come in and I'm going to wrap this down so that it is wrapped around and hangs down on this page. Now you can glue this if you would like. I am going to sew it here, just put a little stitching right there, but you definitely could glue this. Alrighty, it's sewn in there, it's hanging in there nicely. I am going to probably move it up tiny bit so that it won't hang past my page. There we go. Of course, the shorter your page, the smaller these need to be. Now you could use circles and have the same kind of effect if you would like. I will go ahead and leave just a little bit of ribbon hanging down here. It can hang outside the... So now you're able to, either write or put something here on the other side. And it kind of hangs this way, and it just decorates up the journal a little bit. I'm going to press down this ribbon. On this side, where I have put down the ribbon here, okay, here we go, I am going to glue on a label, kind of a fun label here. I do believe I got these from the Graphics Fairy premium site. But a fun little label that I'm just going to glue right there, and that will be, for that page, a little decoration. Kind of cute there. Now I will say, if you glue ribbon, you're going to see the glue on the other side. So that's just something for you to be aware of. And I think I'll go ahead and glue in the sides as well. There we go. All right, so that page has that, and this page has this, and it's just a cute little way to decorate a page up. So that was way number 1. Now the second thing I'm going to do is, if you will notice, I put these together in groups of 3 really close together. Not so close you can't easily cut them apart, but close enough to make sort of an accordion booklet. So if you were, and I printed these on regular cardstock, not the photo mat or the photo paper, but you can cut each one out, right? How many rows you want, but make sure that you leave a little bit of space when you cut this out, right? Just a little bit on each one that you want to add. And then when you add it, it'll be plain on this side. So I printed a plain sheet of digital that had some coloring in it, like I think I got it from the Graphics Fairy, one of their papers or aged papers, but whatever print you want to put on the other side. And we're just going to glue a little tab to it, like that. Okay, there we go. And then you can just fold it up like an accordion. I think we're good here. Right, and so now you have a little booklet here. And I probably should have been a little more careful of lining them up when I fold them like that. So let me take a little bit more care to align them. And yeah, and there we go. Now to close up this little guy, what you can do is you can put 2 different eyelets in here. So let's just do that. Let's put some eyelets in here, and I'm going to use my mini mini eyelet size. So on the back one, like this is my front. I mean, it doesn't have to be the front, but this is what I've chosen for the front. And on the very back one, the last one in your little booklet, I put in 2 eyelets opposite of each other. And I'm going to take hemp cord, and you can get this in the jewelry department. But you can use string, I mean, or ribbon, skinny ribbon if you'd like to as well. And I'm going to go in and then come out like this so that my hemp cord is strung there in the back. You can see it across, and here you can't see it across, okay? Fold it back like so, and now you have a little way of holding together this little booklet. Right? Okay. So you have a little something to hold together the booklet. Like so. And I probably should come down a little further. There we go. There. I'll just cut that off a bit more. All right, so this then is a booklet that can be put into a pocket. You can clip it into the side of a page or whatever you would like. And it's a little accordion booklet, and I think it turned out really cute. And you can open it up like so. You can write on the back and then just fold it back up, and then you can retie it. So that is number 2 of a way to use this digital. Now the third way to use the digital, you'll have to reduce it. You'll have to reduce the print to be very small. And what I did on the printer is instead of full page, I chose a 4x6 size. So a 4x6 photo is what they are asking you, what size photo do you want to print. Uncheck the fit to page at the 4x6 size, and you will get little small medallions like so. So they're really cute and they're little. So however it is that you reduce in your printer, you can reduce them. I would suspect, and I'm just going to guesstimate here, that it's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's probably 20% of this size. Like you probably reduced it about 75-80% to get this. This is my guesstimation. But you can play with your printer and always, print out drafts on scrap paper to get the size you want. But you don't want it to be too awful large. And let me just measure this really fast. These are these are about 3/4 of an inch square. That's about what the size are. And then you will want to get a tag. And of course you can always adjust your tag base to fit your miniature images there. And I'm not going to put it into a tag yet. I'm just going to cut a square, and this one is 3.5, if my memory serves me right, 3.5. Yeah, this is 3.5 by 6 is the size of this. Of course, you can play around with that yourself. So that's what that is. I'm going to be putting on a bit of a background on here because I kind of wanted, didn't want just the plain there. So I put my background down and it's all ready to go, and I've inked around it, and I've inked around my little tiny miniature printouts, and I'm going to start gluing them on. And I am working, the orientation I'm using is the one I set them up for, and that is from point to point. But you can experiment with the look that you like. And so I'm just going to put the first one down, and I am putting that on the edge, putting matching the edge to edge there, almost to the bottom. And then just sort of like a quilt, I'm going to start putting these images together. And we'll just join them at their edges. Inking them does kind of help to get rid of any of the white you may have left behind as you cut them out. And just piling them up like so. Now you could leave a border by not putting them next to each other if you want to. I mean, that's always an option there. And let me just, so now when we come to the edge here, there's always going to be this part of one of them that's not going to be able to make it on the page fully. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave that there. And then I'm going to turn it around to the other side like that. Okay, just going to do that. And we're just going to build up as many as we would like to see. And I feel like I'm a little shaky today because of the medicine. I don't know, maybe I overdid that. I don't know. All right, and then and so I am just, you know, I don't want to fill the whole tag, obviously. I'm just sort of like putting a little bit in here like that, folding it over to the other side, just so there's just this little stair step in here. I might put should I put these here? Now I'm just trying to think how I might, if this is the look I want. You can just play around with that and see. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and put in another bit of shape there. Like so. All right, so on the back, I'm going to go ahead and add another one in here, just to make it kind of fun for when you write on the back. Just a little something there. Just a little decoration to kind of look at. It's kind of cute. And so we have all of this here. Then I'll go ahead and make it into a tag. You could also just make this a journaling card as well. I mean, there's all kinds of ways you could arrange that. But I'm liking this here, I think. There we go. All right, yep, I'm liking that a lot. I can always put one right up here in the middle, but I don't think I will right now. Anyway, so there's the tag. You just put in your little ribbon, and I will finish that up here. So here are our 3 projects for today. I ended up putting a little sticker of a button and putting a little tie through the top of it. Something really simple. Didn't want to distract from these. So a little cute thing on the back. And we made our little accordion booklet and this little cute little ribbon dangle here that you can write on both sides. So that's what we did today. Thank you so much for putting up with my cold and my voice. I know it might not have been as clear as it has been, but anyways, so yeah, please like this video and comment. I really appreciate it so much if when you do those things. Also, you know what? Why don't you list down and tell me if anybody has seen any of their spring flowers pop up out in nature. If anybody has seen the first flowers of spring. I know we're all, especially in the northern region, we are just really anxious for it to come. I was just up there visiting my daughter in Michigan, and it still was pretty cold up there. Ugh. Anyways, we will see you next time, and you have a great and crafty day. Bye.